What's up, everybody? My name is Aaron. I am the Brick Scavenger. Real quick video for you guys today. If you are a reseller or you're a collector that insists on having figs that are not damaged, you may have encountered a situation where you've gotten a fig that has cracked arms. This is not a situation where you need to throw this whole figure away, guys. Changing out arms is really not that hard. We're going to talk about how to do it real quick here. All right, what my recommendation is to you first and foremost is to handle the arm as close to the shoulder blade as you can. That will help eliminate some of the stress that is generally created if you try to change it out by grabbing the hand and prying it away. That puts a lot of pressure and torque on the wrist area, which is prone to cracking, but it also will put stress on the torso and cause that to crack sometimes as well. So what I recommend you do is take your fingers and pinch as close up to the shoulder blade as you can, grabbing by the elbow and the shoulder blade. I'm just going to gently pull this thing away and it should pop off. Generally speaking, I mean, there's always inherent risk, but I have pulled it off without cracking the torso. You can see this one's so cracked that the arm just fell out of it. So this arm is no longer useful to me. I'm going to toss it, but I am going to save the hand. And I have a replacement right arm right here. It's always easier to replace things when the when the hands are actually in the arm. So I'm going to put the hand back into the arm. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my pointer finger on the shoulder blade. And rather than trying to pop it in perfectly square, I'm going to angle this just a little bit so that the top goes in first, pushing gently, supporting the hand and elbow with my thumb and middle finger, and just kind of push it in with my pointer finger from the top first, and it should pop right in gently. And now we have a clone who does not have that cracked arm. Suddenly, he's gotten a lot more valuable to a collector. Simple change, doesn't take long, pretty easy to do. Now, there are other reasons that you might want to change out arms. Let's take this, I think this is a mandarin torso, but I've been on a big kick of forestman recently. Let's suppose I wanted to convert this guy into a forestman just for, fun. But I wanted him to have dark green arms to match his dark green torso. So I'm going to take out his nougat colored arms, and I am going to switch them for dark green arms. Now I'm going to have to find some dark green arms. Let's talk about that real quick. It is my very, very strong recommendation that you guys, if you are a collector or you are a reseller, that if you find damaged figs, don't throw the whole thing away. Harvesting them for parts can prove hugely valuable over time. I've been doing this for a long time, and I have got quite a bin of extra arms and hands that I have saved up over time. When I find a torso that's too damaged that I won't sell, that doesn't mean the whole thing gets tossed. Saving the arms can make a big difference. Saving the hands makes a big difference when you need to do exactly what this video is showing you, replacing arms. So, I see a dark green arm right there. We're gonna dig through this off camera so that we can replace this mandarin torso and make ourselves a forestman. All right, dug through the bin. Found myself a couple of dark green arms, one right and one left. Let's replace some mandarin arms and make ourselves a forestman. So again, another recommendation that I have for you is keep the arm pointed down as much as possible. That helps relieve some of the stress on the torso. If I try to change the arm with the arm oriented 90 degrees or even 180 degrees pointed straight up, it puts a lot of stress on the torso, and my experience is that this will result in a lot more torso cracks than if it is oriented straight down. So that's my recommendation to you as well. All right, again, I'm going to grab here by the elbow and try to support as much as I can on the shoulder blade and kind of pull this direction, as you can see, I'm starting to get it. Grabbing by the elbow and the shoulder and kind of pull it away the best I can, gently, slowly, rotating it a little bit, and I got it away nice and clean. All right, let's go ahead and put the, the left arm back on. Okay, again, supporting with my middle finger and my pointer finger, and my thumb is going to do the pushing. Starting at the top, pop it on in. I know it's going in and out of focus. I apologize. Doing the best I can here for you. So there's one. Arm is nice and tight, and we're good to go. Let's take the other one off. I'm going to turn this thing over. And again, supporting, pulling at the elbow and shoulder blade away slowly. That one popped off nice and easy. Grab my replacement. Same thing, pushing with my pointer finger from the top towards the bottom. Pop that one in. That one went in nice and clean, and we're good to go. We're good to go. Look at that. Now, whoops, I'm dropping it. Clumsy me. I can easily replace the hands with yellow, maybe give him a cape and a hood, and we might have ourselves a fun-looking forestman. We'll work on that off camera. But you might experience occasionally that when you change out an arm, the arm is super floppy. That's not something that you've done wrong. It may be that the torso's cracked, but it also may be that for whatever reason, the arm and the torso are just off by a fraction of a millimeter and not, marrying just right. So my recommendation to you on that is just try a different arm. There are some times when I will try 3 or 4 arms in a torso and they're all loose, and then that 5th one fits perfectly. Can't explain why. It just takes the perfect size match to get these to be tight so that they'll rotate but not be floppy. So just, try different arms, and I think you can find good success on that. Changing out arms is not too hard, guys. You can do it at home for sure. Follow a couple of those tips, and I think you'll have good success with it. All right, guys, that is it for today's video on changing out Lego arms on minifigures. But it does come with a little bit of a disclaimer. You are putting your torsos at risk by changing out arms. If you don't care about cracked arms, I would recommend you not change them out, because you could very well damage your torso in terms of a torso crack by trying to change out the arms. So my first recommendation is to you, practice on figs you don't care about. Grab yourself a handful of city figs that are super cheap and switch those arms out a lot, back and forth a few times, just to practice the technique before you ever go to something that you really care about. That way you feel like you've mastered the technique when you go to do it on something that you consider to be a valuable minifigure. Okay, for sure. Another thought that you need to keep in mind, some of the older dark red and brown colors are incredibly brittle. I'm thinking about Urukai's, some of the Lord of the Rings figs otherwise. Those dark reds and brown colors are incredibly brittle. Changing out the arm colors can be very risky if you're worried about damaging the torso. So I recommend that you try it on cheap figs. I must change out 10, 15 arms every single day. It's really not that hard, but there is inherent risk in damaging the torso, so just keep that in mind. I hope this video was helpful for you guys, changing out arms. Let me know in the comments below, have you changed out arms before? What is your favorite fig that you've made where you've switched out some arm colors to build some fun figs? I'm going to show you a couple of forestmen that I've built on this video right after this as sort of a, encore of this video to show you some of the fun things I've made if you want to stick around and see those. But until next time, guys, I'm the Brick Scavenger. Happy building. All right, guys, so I've been on quite a forestman kick lately, and I find all sorts of random torsos that I think would be fun for forestmen and switch out the arms. To be honest with you, I do not remember which arms I have changed out and which ones I have not changed out, but Lego's supposed to be fun, guys. You know what I mean? Check out some of these forestmen that I have made over the last few weeks, and in some cases, just simply changed out arm colors, used a superhero torso. I think this one actually may have been a superhero parademon or something like that, maybe. But changed him out to have some brown arms, gave him an axe. He's super fun. Like I said, we have made all sorts of good ones. Here's a forestman torso that we made with a big hairy forestman guy. So Chima becomes a forestman. Here's one of my bad guy forestmans right here. I don't remember if I changed out the arms. Oops, changed out the arms on this one or not, but I very well may have. And so again, changing out arms is super simple. You might need to change them out if you are just trying to repair a fig that you want to resell or have in your collection that's not damaged. But in other cases, you might want to change out arms to make super fun, custom figs for yourself. These are all Lego parts, official Lego parts that have just been rearranged to create my own fun figs. Someday I am going to have a huge castle scene with knights and forestmen and, all sorts of evil guys, stuff like that. It is not in the immediate plans as I've got too many other projects going on. But every once in a while, I like to take a break and build myself some fun, random guys out of torsos that I have that I don't plan on using otherwise. So let me know. You guys have fun changing out arms. I hope you find some success with that. Don't damage too many torsos. But please, please practice on some city figs. Practice on some figs you don't care about before you change out some arms. And then let me know what fun custom figs you made by switching out arm colors on different torsos. We'll see you next time.